Hello, you're watching Football Daily, and here are this week's biggest transfer headlines. We've asked you guys to keep an eye out for any interesting rumours and to tweet them in, so to get involved next week, follow us on Twitter and tweet #TransferTalk to me or the FD account. To keep up to date with the world of football, make sure you like and subscribe. This week we're starting in the French capital and the growing speculation surrounding Paul Pogba's future in Manchester. The €105 million man hasn't had the most comfortable return to Old Trafford, with his strained relationship with Jose Mourinho taking its toll on and off of the pitch. A move to Paris could be on the cards, claims the Daily Express. Mino Raiola will be keen to move his player on and earn another huge fee. Just last week, Guardiola claimed Pogba's agent offered City the midfielder in January. But now it looks like PSG are the most likely to sign the playmaker should he exit Old Trafford. Last week's Manchester derby may have seen Pogba's best performance in the Red Devils jersey, but he's struggled to fit into Mourinho's starting lineup of late, and signs suggest that he could be on his way out of England. According to Paris United, the Reds would be willing to let him go for the second time for a reasonable offer, and PSG are ready to make one. Over in Newcastle, and Kennedy has apparently been attracting the attention of Bayern Munich. The Brazilian winger has been making waves after joining the Magpies on loan in January. Over in Germany, Robben and Ribéry are both out of contract at the end of the season, so the Bavarian Giants could be looking to bring in replacement widemen. And Sky Sports are reporting that Chelsea's Kennedy is being monitored as a long-term solution. Since heading to St James's Park, Kennedy has scored twice in 8 appearances and helped Rafa's side go 10 points clear of the relegation zone. Although Newcastle's faithful will be hoping the Santiago Muniz fan will stay permanently, Chelsea have been asked to inform both Bayern Munich and PSG if the winger becomes available. This week, Fernando Torres announced he will be leaving Atletico Madrid at the end of the season. The 34-year-old has played 500 minutes of league football this term and contributed a total of 8 goals in all competitions, finding himself firmly behind younger squad members in the pecking order. Over his 2 stints at his boyhood side, Torres has hit the net 126 times and will be honoured by the club in their final game this campaign. Our mate Guillaume Balaguer expects Torres to play for another 5 years and could be heading either to the MLS or the Chinese Super League. So keep your eyes peeled this summer.
Want to find out more about the beautiful game across the world? Then head over to Football Mundial and check out McCubbin and Zach Jellab telling you everything you want to know about the global game.
It looks like Juventus are planning on having a very busy transfer window. The old lady are hoping to re-sign Alvaro Morata, who has had a mixed debut season at Chelsea. The Spanish striker is unhappy in London, according to Ray Sport, and has been receptive towards a move back to Turin. The transfer would be dependent on the departure of Mandzukic, who seems to be heading to Turkey or China. During Morata's 2-year stint with Juve, he provided 27 goals and 19 assists over 93 appearances as their backup striker. So maybe he's looking to get back into goal-scoring form as their number 1 at number 9. Speaking of the Bianconeri, Anthony Martial is also being linked with a move over to Serie A. Tuttosport reporting that Allegri's side have never given up the idea of signing the Manchester United forward and are hoping to finally land the 22-year-old this summer. Unsurprisingly, Martial's growing frustrated in Manchester, especially following the arrival of Alexis Sanchez, having only started 16 times in the Prem despite providing 9 goals and 5 assists. But what do you guys think? Vote in the poll. Should he stay at United or should he look to develop somewhere else? According to Didier Deschamps, who spoke to Tuttosport, Manchester United aren't too keen on letting him go. But with Real Madrid also interested in signing the Frenchman, they could use him as leverage to bring in their long-term target, Gareth Bale. And over to another promising youngster who could be leaving Manchester. The Daily Mirror are reporting that Marcus Rashford might be heading towards the Old Trafford exit. According to their source, the arrival of Alexis Sanchez has also unsettled the 20-year-old, who now takes a more regular seat on the subs bench. Only Lukaku has played more than Rashford under Mourinho. However, 21 of Rashford's 42 appearances have come off of the bench. Having played for Manchester since the age of 7, graduating through the ranks without even a loan spell away, moving clubs would be a huge move. One he might have to think about taking if he wants to gain a long run in the first team. This week's biggest news to float around Europe has revolved around this man. Thomas Tuchel has been hogging headlines with an announcement expected any day to officially make him PSG's next manager. Unai Emery will be sacked as head coach in Paris at the end of the season after his disappointing display in the Champions League against Real Madrid. The ex-Dortmund manager, who has been away from football for a year, has reportedly already signed a 2-year deal to take over, according to the Bild. The Parisian board might be unhappy with the Spaniard, but the coach who's taken PSG 14 points clear at the top of Ligue 1 probably won't be jobless for long. If he leaves Paris, France Football are reporting that Emery will be heading for Real Sociedad. Would it be transfer talk if we didn't discuss the fragile future of Antonio Conte? His contract as Chelsea's head coach lasts just one more season, and according to The Times, and us last week, Abramovich isn't keen on sacking the Italian and forking out another big payoff. He's banking on Conte opting to leave after his name was drawn into the hat as a PSG suitor. But with Tuchel taking over in Paris, Abramovich's plan seems to have collapsed. So expect more stories about a premature exit for Conte. Thank you for watching, and if you like that, why not click here for another great video? And don't forget to like and subscribe.